But they don't want to see you winning. They don't want to see you winning. Oh, bro. But what? Ohio State, bruh. As we all know, I'm repping my U of M hat because we won. But I always rep it. You see behind me. We got the jug back. But we not even finna talk about how we rushed for over 300 yards without passing and beat Minnesota. We're not finna talk about that. We are finna talk about, I want to say, a spectacular thing. Yes, it's spectacular because I hate the Buckeyes. I hate them. I don't like Ohio State. They weak. They talk too much shit. I hate them. So I kind of glad that this happened. But if y'all don't know what happened, Saturday afternoon at 3:30 on ABC or on ESPN Network, Ohio State got their tail tossed by Iowa. Now, I'm not just going to say that, they didn't try to put up a fight, because they did. But I just got to get this out of the air. Iowa, I don't know what's wrong with their stadium. I don't know how, but every time a top 5 team walk up in that stadium, they either beat them by a touchdown, they either close to beating them, or they either beat them by a field goal. But this is on a whole new level of Kinnick Stadium. As y'all know, Kinnick Stadium is the stadium that is a force to be reckoned with. It's a force because teams do not walk out of there alive. It happened with Michigan. I hate to say it, we was number 3 in the nation. They took us down by a field goal. The exact same field goal play that happened in 1975. 2008, they took down Penn State. A top 5 Penn State. Then they went on to take out a top 5 Michigan State. And then it happened to us last year. And then this year, it's just a whole new level of just unbelievable atmosphere in that stadium. They rarely ever lose in that stadium. I'm not saying they don't lose, but they rarely. And we almost seen it again 2 times this year with Penn State. They led 8-5. They held Penn State to 5 points. They the only team that held Penn State to 5 points. Because every other team, even Michigan, they scored over 20 points before halftime. Or was at 20 points at halftime. But Iowa is the only team that competed. They hit them in the mouth. They could have won the game, but, luck. And I say luck because Penn State got out of there. Everybody thought they was going to be the number 1 team in the nation. They was at number 2. They got beat by Ohio State. And then they lost to number 24 Michigan State team. Now, we could have beat them. I'm not going to say we should have. I'm not going to say what happened was, but we could have. I still feel that Don Brown should have put zone on them. And they exploited our man defense. That's why we play in zone now. If y'all didn't notice, after that Penn State game, we playing more zone than ever. And I like that. He didn't blitz no more. He not blitzing no more on 3rd downs. No. Act like you gonna blitz and go to zone. I seen it all, and that's the recipe. But let me just tell you, dog, Ohio State got completely embarrassed. They got completely mashed. And I already saw it coming because they was a 20 touchdown. It was a 20-point touchdown. It was a 20-point favorite to Iowa. And I'm like, Iowa, this will be the maker right here. Because Iowa showed, because we was 20-point favorites last year. Iowa showed that y'all ain't finna come up in our stadium and put up 20. And if y'all do put up 20 on us, we gonna put up 20 on y'all right back. They ain't no hoes. Now, everybody should be like that at their home stadium, but Iowa is the #1 team, I believe, has the home field advantage. Okay, we're gonna ignore Alabama because we already know they Alabama. They don't play nobody in the SEC. You know, they played Vanderbilt, who was an undefeated team, but they wasn't ranked. Vanderbilt was way ahead of their league. They played a Tennessee team, way ahead of their league. Come on now, they not about nothing. They played a Florida State team, who that victory don't even seem like nothing much because they are 2-5 and they just completely gave up on their seasons. It's a bad season for Florida teams, except for UCF, who is still looked down upon and undefeated, but we ain't gonna get on that. But Iowa is the definition of home field advantage. We are not about to let you come into our house and beat up on us. You know how many times they didn't upset it up. You know how many times they didn't upset it the opponent, and then they had their fans rush on. But this was a different kind of rush. We had the Michigan one last year. It wasn't as many people, but it was like a parade in there. You could barely see the field. And I seen it from the very first play. I know I'm stalling, but I'm just so shocked how they play so good in their stadium. You know, every team should play good in their stadium, but not every team does that. But I was just saying that from that very first play, 15 minutes left. 15 minutes on the quarter. JT Barrett snaps the ball. He looking for somebody. He do this. You know, they live by the dink and dunks. They live by them short passes until they can get a wide open pass. But they ready. They said no. Very first play, Iowa pick sixed it. After that, I put on Snapchat. I'm like, it's going to be a long day for Ohio State. I promise you. They kept in it until, you know, the second quarter. But once the second quarter happened, they put up 14 unanswered points. Led 31-17. Ohio State can still come back. There's only 14 points. They came back 18 points on Penn State now, so you could do this against an Iowa team. Nah, B. Iowa said, we ain't Penn State, and we exploited y'all. Y'all can't stop the run. And y'all best defensive lineman is out. Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa's little brother, if y'all didn't know, who wear the same number. And y'all best defensive player is out. Oh, we finna gas y'all. And they went to that left side that Joey Bosa always been on and was killing them. And then did trick plays. See, that's the key to Ohio State. Stop the run and cover up. JT ain't gonna throw it. He's not a pocket passer. He's gonna try to scramble out of there. Make him scramble, and once we get him out the pocket, attack. Okay, he was running a little bit, but that's all you need to do is beat Ohio State, and they got the formula. He gonna try to roll out that pocket and run, but we're gonna attack him and make him throw it. He threw 4 picks, but he was brought up again for the Heisman race, throwing 4 picks. I was just like, wow. Final score was 52, I think, 24, or 55-24. Outscored them by, I don't know the exact numbers, so I'm going to say by 3 touchdowns. Ohio State did score another touchdown. It's 2 minutes left. And it was just a crazy sight, because whoever thought that y'all got beat up twice on the season. Now, if y'all don't know, Urban Meyer don't get beat up twice in the season. But they got blew out. They got beat down twice. First Oklahoma, then Iowa. It's not even the right team. But, you know, I couldn't even be happy. I'm just like, this is disgusting. You know, I hate Ohio State with a passion, but it's disgusting how they not even playing. It's just like, ugh. but everybody still got them as a number 2 power team. That they still behind Alabama. That they can still beat Alabama. How? If they getting beat up by a team like this, that Alabama would destroy. I'm just keeping it real. Alabama would destroy Iowa. But Iowa will hang in there. I can give you that. It's just that, how do y'all still got them at still one of the best top 2 teams? How? And then, not to mention that, this is my little rant. Not to mention that